We're back now. Our local podcast. Your host, Dani Star, Breadman. Today we're going to have Nate Smith's the L.A.B Bar Arcade live performance. Cody Himself. You don't want to miss. Stick around. More local. We're back now. Our local podcast. Your host, Dani Star, Breadman. Special guest this afternoon, Nate Smith. Going to talk about the L.A.B, much more, some of the games. Brother, we want to start off with who is Nate Smith, a little bit about yourself, and who you are.
Yeah.
Break it down for everybody watching.
Sure. So I'm Nate Smith, born, raised in Utah. I'm a Army vet. Moved back here about 5-6 years ago, and I have a passion for pinball, all things pinball, arcades, that niche hobby.
Yeah.
When the pandemic started, I rented my pinball machines out to people.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So I had a basement full of pinball machines, and I'm like, I'm starting a company.
There you go.
And after about 3 months, I was renting 20, 30 pinball machines to people in their basements.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
There you go.
What was the longevity of like a rental?
It's about a month.
Oh yeah, a month.
People would get it for a month, and then after 2 years of doing it, we were so successful. It was like, I'm gonna start a bar, and put all my pinball machines in one spot, and then pinball became arcade, became everything else we got going here. So
wow,
yeah,
I like that.
started in 2020. Yeah,
Wow, blossoming, 5 years.
Yeah. What was the first games you had in here?
Ooh. They've changed.
They've changed. I would say that's what I've noticed over time as we came in here.
We've grown. So we built this spot ourselves. So we leased the space, but we did the floors, we did the walls, we did the lighting, we did the paint, and so it was really a organic build. And we just started putting the pinball machines in as we were working. So wipe the dust off and move them so we could do the floor underneath.
I would say because you ship them around every once in a while.
They've moved a lot, but our pinball machines definitely were here first.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
sure.
There you go.
I'm curious. Initially, when your idea, or when it went from the basement, you're like, yo, let's upscale, let's get into a different avenue or get a better venue for this. Like, how difficult was that? Like, did you have to just call up some buddies and like, hey man, you know what I mean? Or was it like your resources throughout kind of collectively?
It was hard.
Or were you like, I hired people?
No. It was hard. It was a group effort. It honestly was calling every favor, every network, every best friend hookup, and be like, hey bro, you're good at floors, hook me up. And hey, you understand you're an electrician, you're a plumber, you're a mechanic. So it was a shared vision with friends that honestly believe in kind of the pinball community. I jokingly say pinball's my religion, and I share the gospel of pinball Christ, right? So it's like,
we all have.
Yeah.
We worship.
It's a hobby that has turned into an addiction, that has turned into a business, has turned into like my livelihood.
Yeah.
So we started a traveling pinball league, and we would literally take the show to people's basements, and we would just go play games. And we've been doing that about 7 years now.
Wow, that's so cool.
So it's a dorky thing, but everybody has their little.
You guys are still doing it up to date, right?
We still do it. So now we have a local L.A.B league
right here up there.
Here we meet on Mondays, and then there's a traveling league that's still like, and that's like kids can join because you'll be in people's houses.
Yeah, I'm curious. What is the extent of travel? Like, are you like, yo, we're pulling up to Texas, we're going to New York? Like, are we, or you're like, yo, we're going to...
Yeah. So it's funny you say that.
Layton.
So yeah. So there's the traveling league is just local to Utah.
Okay, fire. I like that.
Yeah, it's called the Ballers Pinball League, and we'll go from North Ogden down to Harriman.
Fire.
That's
cool.
It's a different person's house every night. And but there's a group of hardcore traveling pinball enthusiasts. There was a group of 5 of us just went to Southern California for a giant tournament.
Wow.
The Utah state champion Spencer goes to nationals in March, and he did so well. I mean, that was a 400-person tournament, and he took 40th.
Wow.
There you go.
So he's better than I could ever hope to be.
I never knew
Clicking
pinball.
notes.
Yeah, I never knew pinball was that serious.
It's strategic timing.
Oh, yeah.
It's beyond just luck and your effort. You got to be watch where it's going, the timing, let it roll down the thing. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean,
There's literally
I've seen some people doing some.
there are
things.
flipper skills. People can straight juggle that ball.
That's so cool.
You can time it so you catch it. You can time it so you don't flip and let it bounce safely to the other side. You can reach your flipper up and almost like a catcher in baseball, cradling it so you take the momentum.
Oh, wow.
Slow the ball down. Yeah, there's all. I mean,
There's some techniques.
easier said than done because though you know the skills, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Anything. Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I take it more seriously than I should. I play probably 3 nights a week.
Hey, there you go.
I've got a bunch of machines in my basement still.
Yeah.
I'm hosting a women's tournament this Saturday at my house.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
women's and children's tournament.
That's cool.
So it's kind of what I do.
What pinballs do you have at home? What games?
So a lot of the ones that used to be here go home if they're broken or they don't make a ton of money. So I've got a Twilight Zone, I've got a Simpsons, the Pirates,
There you go.
Caribbean Zone, I've got Ninja Turtles.
Hey,
Nice.
classic.
So Medieval Madness is home. So
Just a quick question, with the pinball. So, what do you think it is that draws people to the certain machine?
I think it's a mix. For every person, it's different. There's a little bit of nostalgia, right? So if you grew up with Terminator was your favorite movie, or Game of Thrones is your favorite show, or Walking Dead's your favorite show, there's licensed, IPs out there that people gravitate to. So that's part of it. A guy was here yesterday that has all of the Playboy pinball machines, right?
Wow.
And he has every one that's ever been made.
Yeah.
And so I think there's something of that reminds me of my youth or childhood, or this is what's cool for me.
Right.
But I think some games are just very satisfying. I really like the layout of this.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, or it's challenging, or it's a puzzle. Every game's a different puzzle that you get to kind of figure out. You know what I mean? Oh shit, I just did this.
Yeah.
So
unlock this that somebody hasn't done yet.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
I like that.
the rabbit hole goes.
It gets
deeper.
deep.
It goes deep.
Yeah, no, you're right. You could probably sit here
I
and
could talk all day. I'm sure you want to talk about more than just pinball, but that's kind of.
No, and why this type of establishment, brother? Obviously, I know it seems like it's been in your blood. For a minute, forever since you were a kid. But why this exact? Obviously, it's an arcade, but also a bar as well.
Yeah, I mean, so Quarters Arcade Bar in Salt Lake
we were just talking about it
earlier. They're who I want to be when I grow up. They're some great people. Mike and Katie are awesome humans. And I've always wanted to, be a business owner and kind of grow my own wealth. But I'm passionate about this, and I want to share it with other people because I think it's such a cool, unique niche hobby and sport. But in terms of owning a bar, I grew up super Mormon and definitely didn't have bars and arcades.
And that's what you were saying. It definitely has that Quarters feel. For sure,
exactly.
Its own uniqueness.
Yeah. So I've recently discovered alcohol, and it's amazing. Frankly, it just shares. You can help share. I mean, you bond with another person. It lowers your social inhibitions, and as long as you do it smartly and responsibly, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I think it's a great combination. You get your buzz on. You're like, should I go play?
Yeah.
Which helps stay in here and play.
And we like to so we're not a Dave and Buster's where you have to keep your drinks in one area.
Yeah.
You know, we want you to have your drink near you, one for the safety, but two, so you can enjoy it while you enjoy, you know, so we've got tables between each game, and, you know, we've got tables next to the Mario Karts or drink holders attached to the individual games.
That's cool.
So yeah, you keep your drink close to you so no one gets up to shadiness.
I mean, hey, people are weird.
Dude, there's some weird
People are weird.
You know, I love that aspect, and you know, I wanted to touch base because when you guys, you know, when it was first, you know, opening up and stuff, I popped out because, like you said, that nostalgia feel. Like I was like, this is the only place in my city I can go enjoy a drink and play some video games.
Yeah.
And I loved how you added food. So can you go like touch base a little bit on that when you were like, what were you thinking about the menu, or did you reach out to someone kind of thing?
Yeah, so we're required to have food because we have a full liquor license. We've got a limited self-service, you know, limited fry food menu. We really wanted to do something bigger and better, but we're not restaurateurs. And so I jokingly say our food's B- at best. So it's like you get some decent wings, fried hot, salty, you know, fries, classic bar food.
Yeah.
Finger food.
We have friendships with local food truck barbecuers who are looking to do some barbecue. And it's like, hell yeah, we've got a smoker, we've got all the stuff you need. You know, come on in.
Who is that, by the way?
So it's Utah Foodie Girl, and it's Send In Barbecue.
Oh, word.
They travel all the time as competitive barbecuers. So every now and again, they're still here.
They might do the farmers market and stuff.
They do, they definitely do it.
I think before down there.
But we're open to any of that stuff.
Cool.
So like, we've got a whole kitchen that frankly is pretty underutilized.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to like have idea, I mean, we'll figure it out.
Cooks out
The answer is
there
yes. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I like that because again, that's what our goal of this whole entire podcast and just community is cultivating community, culminating and bringing people together. Kind of just trying to help, you know, I guess business owners like yourself. Not only is it difficult for us to come in here and have a conversation with people like you who are, you know, well established, you know, very experienced, you're following your passion. That's what we want to highlight. You know what I mean? Like, at least that's my perspective and what I try to bring is highlighting that aspect of it and like getting to know people in that way. So thank you for sharing that. And
thank you. Yeah, I love it. And like, while my passion is pinball, there are a lot of other things we started doing that frankly I didn't have a passion for, but other people came to me and said, hey, can we try this? I'm like, the answer is yes. We'll figure it, you know, the answer is yes until it's no. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not afraid to fail. So we do karaoke twice a week. We do poker on Saturdays, social poker. We do foosball tournaments. We're doing Mario Kart tournaments.
Oh, foosball.
We do foosball on Saturday.
I work Saturdays, but
foosball,
I'm nice.
There's a whole ranking system.
It's
like
fun.
You're a master. You're an expert. You're a double wizard.
That's another rabbit hole.
These people are good, man.
Dude, so when I first played it, my stepdad was like, no spinning, enough with that spinning bullshit. Because I was like 13, 14, and I was like trying to get him, and he was whipping my ass. But he taught me, he was like, all right, you just get that wrist motion, and it's just foop, foop, foop.
I literally will break, I'm so bad at it, I'll break my own wrists trying to do
it. Really?
Because I'll watch. So there's a guy, his name's Cade Vincent, he's Ogden local, and he's so good. He travels to like national tournaments.
Wow.
And we're going to try to host a really large foosball tournament in March.
Exciting.
We're going to bring in, we've got 2 tables, but we're going to bring in a couple more, so we'll rearrange, and we'll bring in a bunch of tables.
Nice.
And I watch this dude, and it's like, I try to mimic what he does. I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, ah!
Gotta put your brace on
like
your
that. Man, so I love that, man.
wearing
You're-
gloves, getting super serious about it.
That's dope.
there you go.
Getting into, just finding the things you love and doing them. That's, Dani, he mentioned, why this location? Was it luck? Was it, you said you leased it, but was it like, oh, this is a downtown spot or did you,
Yeah, good question. This was probably our third or fourth choice for locations.
Oh, wow.
We wanted downtown Ogden. Ultimately, we wanted to be on 25th Street, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And I was looking to maybe buy a spot, but I didn't have my financing in order.
Right.
And
that's tough.
right there on the corner of 25th and I think it's Lincoln,
Okay.
Hearth on 25th. They
The
opened up.
Lucky,
Yeah,
the
and-
Earth, yeah,
the-
Lucky
the-
Slice, the old building, but that's kind of small.
The 2-story right on the corner.
Yeah,
Maybe
yep.
it's No Frills Diner.
Yeah, no frills.
And,
in
and
that.
so like that spot was kind of like, oh, I want that spot,
Yeah.
and it was gone before I could even think about it.
Damn.
And then I actually looked at the Bigelow where 2-Bit Cafe just opened up.
Oh, yeah.
And
Just opened
and
up.
the building was a wreck, and I was like, I don't. So this spot was the best compromise of closest to being ready. And the landlord, Thane Fisher, is amazing to work with. He's a great person. And so it was this combination of like minimal upfront capital costs.
Yes.
And closest to the action. And
Right.
we were like one of the first businesses on the block. And so it was kind of like, if you build it,
They will come.
They will come kind of thing. It's tough. Our parking sucks, right? The lot north
We
of
were
us
talking
is
about that, yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's been under construction for 2 years straight. Hopefully,
That place, like I was like, this spot right here has been like that
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah, as far back as I can remember it.
our opening weekend it was available to park.
Yeah.
And our opening weekend, like, there was a thing across the street in the Ogden, the Eccles Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was packed. And
Right.
then literally the next weekend, they put up fencing and said, not today.
Yeah,
Like, all right.
They need to get that figured out over there.
Yeah, so Danny's back here and I'm out front, but yeah, that does. So parking is difficult, but
Yeah.
I mean, hey, this place, there's people coming here, man.
Yeah,
like
but you can walk, and Ogden's a walkable city. So
Yeah,
going
love
back
that.
to Mike and Katie with Quarters. So I actually approached them, asked them if they wanted to invest,
Yeah.
and said like, hey, I'd love your help. Do you want to own a part of this and like be an outside consultant and tell me what I need? And they came and spent the weekend as experienced bar owners, and they opened a second location, and they did a huge solid. They went to Tona. They went, they stayed here in a local Ogden hotel.
Really?
No, like Ogden is up and coming. It's a great city, easily walkable. You absolutely should do this. If that was my money, don't take my money. You don't need an investor. You can do it on your own.
Wow.
And so like super solid support. He told me a couple of gotchas to look out for.
Yeah.
That's
and
good. That's
with,
so cool.
With his
Yeah.
like Godfather
Yeah.
brothering and like shepherding me through, we got it through. But it was a 9-month,
Process,
getting the liquor license in Utah is hard.
That's what I've heard. I was
Yeah.
gonna say because that's my dreams too. To hold the business,
Yeah, hell
bar,
yeah.
certain things, but just the process of especially here in Utah. At least.
That's funny because I see stuff on the internet all the time. Like, you want to be a mobile bartender? It's so funny. And like, I mean, you can do it, but that's different than having an established location and like. So I commend you for taking the steps that you have so far and bringing a place like this to our city.
Thanks.
You know that.
Sure.
Frankly, I don't come enough because I work a lot. But when I do get the chance, I'm always over there in the living room, like we discussed
Love
earlier.
it.
That's my favorite part
Thank you.
of the bar, and just the environment here. Regardless of the free aspect,
Yeah.
like I think it was just being able to go and play Super Mario with my boy.
Sure.
And he's like, oh, damn, you actually are nice at this. I was like, I told you, you never want to come over to my crib and play. They're not. So being able to bring that space somewhere where people want, like, I guess not want to go, but are more inclined.
Sure.
They're like, I don't want to chill in the basement. That's whack.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's awesome that you've done that. And so I kind of leading up to that, what else are they expecting when someone walks through this door? Kind of, you've already like established, that it's a passion for you and the nostalgia of it. But what else are you offering other than what we've discussed? If there's
Yeah.
anything you want to add, like.
So we try to give people an orientation when if it's their first time. So we have a tap card system where you can buy cards. You can either load them with credits, or you can buy a free play card for a set amount of hours.
Word.
But you don't have to spend money to hang out here. And so we've got the living room up front, which is a chill-free section, couple of couches, Nintendo, Nintendo 64.
Magazines.
Magazines, just chill out, hang out. But we've got a rotating schedule of events, like I said. So trivia on Wednesdays is a blast.
Trivia,
like,
get your mind right.
You better start with studying.
Well, and we ultimately just want to create a space that people feel comfortable, they have fun, and it's a good chill vibe. Like, we don't have fights. We've got a boxing machine in the back, so if you have beef, all right, let's go punch the boxing machine.
Handle biz on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're tough. All right, let's go play some pinball. You know? Whatever. And so, like, there's not a roofie, get stabbed, fight out front kind of vibe. We're pretty strict about IDs. We don't, like, crazy story. Pauly Shore tried to come into our bar the other night. Like, he was playing at Wise Guys this weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't have his ID on. We didn't let him in. And I was like, shit, famous person. And he was like, I'm Pauly Shore. And my door didn't know, like, they're younger. They didn't know who Pauly Shore was. And I was like, all right, well, maybe famous person.
So did you get a phone? So did you get a phone call?
I straight up got like 4 phone calls, and it was like, all right, well,
so you
did the right thing. No, we turned him away.
Hey, get out of here, famous or not? No, I'm just playing.
So I owe him an apology, and like, but like Utah liquor laws are strict as shit, and
respect.
I'm not gonna lose my dream for one random person's, like, people show up with an ID that's 5 years expired, and it's like, hey dude, I'm not going to jeopardize everybody because one person can't follow the rules.
Classroom.
And it's like, I love you, but
no,
like, you're going to screw everybody else over.
Integrity is what you do when no one's watching, and you're standing on business there.
But it's tough because shit, it would have been cool to have Pauly Shore in the bar.
I get that.
People would have come just to hang out with him, and like, dude's clearly wealthier than I'll ever be. So would love to have him spend some money here in Ogden.
There you go.
It's like, I'm sure we burned some.
Maybe he'll come back.
I hope he does. I'd love to say, I love those movies. We did Biodome trivia.
Wow.
We literally did Pauly Shore themed trivia.
There you go.
With all of his movies.
All of this stuff.
Wow.
That's funny. Now, shout out to him.
That's a tough break. I mean, hey, I don't know what I would have done. I like I said, I respect that. You know, I get where you're coming from on the other side of things, but being a business owner who's looking for longevity in general and generational wealth, like you said, you're trying to create wealth. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and we want to be a fixture in the community. And Utah, they have an undercover program. The Utah Highway Patrol regularly stings bars. And they are militant in terms of compliance.
Wow.
And so, like, we've literally been stung
a number of times.
Once a month on average. You know, and they come in and I'll get a letter in the mail, congratulations. But I mean, you screw up, it's a $10,000 fine. Like, that's the difference of me being able to pay my employees, right? I won't make payroll if I get a $10,000 fine. Like, that's my kids not eating. That's me selling some of my babies, not kids, but pinball machines. In order to pay that fine, like, that would be
devastating. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing, man. Something else, Dani, you want to touch base on?
Back to the building. You know any history behind the building? I've always been curious about, because obviously there's been so much history. The tunnels, I'm sure there's tunnels.
There are tunnels. So we're featured in a couple of the, like, books about haunted stuff.
Because they do that tour. Tour on Halloween.
So we're not in the tour, but like I said, if the music's not on, a little bit of a creepier vibe. Like, all right, big wide spaces.
Okay.
If there are spirits here, I think they're good spirits, but I don't mess with those. I don't mess with that shit.
Yeah, good.
Because there is a more
Keep spirituality in tangible things.
Yeah. So the
Sage.
ballet studio's above us.
Yep.
And so it's not as quiet as you would think.
It's a spirit.
So it's real ballet studio.
Yeah.
But when they open up at 4 p.m., you just hear,
you're like,
boom,
what the
bang,
heck?
boom. And then in the basement, we have a really old, like, coal-fired furnace.
Oh, wow.
And there's, it looks like the furnace on Home Alone, like the scary one.
Yeah.
And actually, that one, the one that gets him.
Yeah. There's, so this building was made in 1880s.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's historic.
For
and
sure.
we've got I would just say, there's definitely
Some history. For
some
sure.
history
Oh,
here,
yeah.
and we're featuring a couple of those books. So
Amazing.
yeah.
I like that. Now, I've always been curious. I was like, I'm sure there's something, and throughout the decades, all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm good friends with Savage Dax Tattoos. I know the owner of that. I think he's out in Florida now, but he's told me some stuff too and all that.
So you said you're just dabbling in the alcohol adventure and whatnot, right? And you kind of mentioned that. Dani was asking with your beer selection. Why hams? What is hams?
Yeah.
He wants to know a little bit about hams. If you can spill the beans
so
on it.
Hams is a great historic beer, Midwestern beer. It's been around for over 100 years.
Yeah.
Very similar to PBR.
Okay.
Coors Light. So it's a beer that's been around for a long time, and we wanted a cheaper option, so we sell it by the can, and we're one of the biggest sellers of hams. In Utah. I think we go through 7-8 cases a week, and it's a $2. We sell it for $2, and you can't beat that. And you can literally, it's such a easy drinking beer. You can have 3 or 4 without even
Get your buzz on for $5.
So it's a solid option, and we like having that.
What other out of the state beers do you have like that?
So we rotate our selection. We've got 10 beers on tap, and we've got a decent selection of cans. Ultimately, I like to have a variety. So I don't like darker beers. I don't like stouts. I don't like that type of. I'm not a big fan of ambers. I like, blondes. I like Hefeweizens. I like sours. I love sours.
He's up to the sour.
Yeah, I love sours.
Yeah.
And then, beers that are close to sours. But ultimately, we just rotate it through. And if people like it, we bring it back. And if people don't, all right, we'll try something else next time.
I like that.
That has been going tough because they've been here. Probably need to take one home or 2.
Shit, I'm going to drink. Can I have one?
We might have to do a little commercial.
Yeah. We can have it sponsored by Hams.
Yes, sir.
We were talking about
we'll
that.
Hit them up.
Yeah.
We'll hit them up.
Together.
Yeah.
Now, so brother, you talked about establishment yourself. I want to ask you for the future, what's next? Do you want to, obviously, the American Dream is to open maybe another location, or what do you see maybe a couple years from now on the road?
Yeah, long term, I'd like to buy the building, if possible, because rent is expensive. And I feel like if I owned the building, my mortgage would be probably half of what my rent is.
I have a quick question on that. As far as the building, this space, or would it be the whole building with the studio upstairs and you're going to buy everybody out type?
So the guy upstairs, my understanding is he bought his half of the building after his first term of his lease was up. So my goal would be able to do that as well.
And buy the bottom.
So basically it's half the building. But we've got 6,000 square feet on the main level, and then we've got another 3,000 square feet in the basement.
Wow.
So, it's 9,000 square feet. And,
you're talking business.
Exactly.
You're in the ballpark.
Long term, I'd love to scale and maybe have a second bar below us. Turn it into like a pool hall, maybe a cigar hall. I'd love to do like an indoor smoke shop where you could, like, if it was legal to smoke in Utah indoors, set up a hermetically sealed like
Make sure
indoor lounge, if you will. I'd love to try to do that, but that's way out of the price range.
Because imagine pulling up to buy your favorite cigar and sit down with your boys. Play some pool, play some darts. We don't have that around here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not a place where you can go in the city, and it's focused on that.
Yeah, the goal would be to make the basement a pool hall, old school. But I mean, I would have to dig out the basement because it's not quite as, it's not up to code in terms of how high the ceilings are.
Right.
So long term, if I bought the building, I'd like to do that. And then if the ballet guy was willing to sell, maybe we have a third floor.
Wow. Interesting
option. So similar to Funk and Dive and Harp and Hound, what they do over there.
Combo.
The combo bars.
And that's smart.
Yes, sir. Because they have since we were talking about the quarters, they have like you're saying, the Metro Music Hall down there. How they have the stage. All that other stuff.
They have the DLC. So it's the DLC is
DLC.
Downloadable content, but it's like an indoor club / music venue. Yes, totally separate, standalone, right? And it's super cool. So I'd love to have a space that's open to live music. We're doing a comedy show this weekend. Punks and Punchlines. So it's live music and live comedy on Saturday.
Punks and Punchlines.
Yeah. So Luke, he goes by Pinky. And the other thing too is, I hate cover charges. I hate cover charges.
We all do.
Maybe if I get a second bar downstairs, that would be like a cover situation. But the lab will never have a cover charge. So
you hear that?
So fuck cover charges. Take that $5 or $10 you would have spent. Buy another beer. Buy an extra $5 worth of games. And have more fun. Like,
boom.
I hate cover charges.
Because there's some like, I don't want to drop names, but there's spots that $20, $30.
Well, and half that shit just goes to the door guy, and it's like, bro, I'm not paying you that extra money. Like, you're essentially a barrier to entry. Let's get rid of those barriers. Right. Let more people come in, as long as it's legal. Come on in, show your ID, and then have fun.
Yes.
Fuck off with the cover charges. Like, I don't do that. No. I don't know if you guys are like,
no cover charges. Fuck the cover charge. You hear that? Fuck it.
I don't know how family friendly.
You're good. I mean, we are geared towards professionalism.
My fault.
But being professional and real separates the podcast from what it could be. If we're just always geared towards like, we have the strict guideline, then it's never.
Feel free to bleep it out.
It's never fun. It never kind of leads down that path of like, hey, what are we doing here for? So you're all good, man.
Love it.
Thank you, brother. It's been great interview. I'm sure the people are gonna love it. I really wanted to get to know the spot. We've been here a bunch of times, and we wanted to know the history behind it, who owns it, you, and I think the people are gonna love it. Thank you for your time.
Love it.
One more time, more local. Dani Starr, Brandon Breadman, Nate Smith. You already know. Stick around. Thank you guys for sticking around here at the More Local Podcast. We just finished up interviewing Nate Smith, the L.A.B, Bar Arcade. Next up, live performance, Cody Himself, More Local. You don't want to miss.
Let's get it. Hey, shout out Dani Starr, Brandon Breadman, man. Aqua Fresca. I stay the same, even when the times get tough. In a lane where I know they don't like me much anyway. So even when it's cold and it rains and you can't see the end of the pain, I stay the same, even when the lights go up. I remain a killer trying to test my luck every day. They told me I should change for the fame, but I would never run with these lames. I stay the same. I know there ain't no perfect life. That's probably why I keep smiling just to keep it light. I had to fight through the darkness just to sleep at night. Now I'm right at my demon's neck with a sharpened knife. I keep it tight. Know they waiting for me around the way. I bet if I show my teeth that you won't forget my face. I could step in any room and I won't feel out of place. You could try to match the flow, but you'll never match the pace. And you have to save yourself before you save somebody else. Of course, you have to save save yourself before, hey, look, I stay the same, even when the times get tough in a lane where I know they don't like me much anyway. So even when it's cold and it rains and you can't see the end of the pain, I stay the same, even when the lights go up. I remain a killer trying to test my luck every day. They told me I should stay for the fame, but I would never run with these lames. I stay the same. Yeah.
Take that money back, I don't need handouts for the free. Soon you'll see that I'm the one that's handing.
Yeah.
That money back, I don't need handouts for the free.
Yeah.
You'll see that I'm
Let's go, I'm gonna make bang, I know. But for now I just need my smoke, I pray they don't take my soul. So for now I just take things slow, I'm focused on change and growth. I'm a step to the set, and stone is right in my range, my scope. So I shoot my shot, reload. It's been a long time coming, but they running with assumptions. Never letting up until I set up my funding. Used to have to do this shit for fun, just to function, but now I'm up running way sooner than the sun is abundance. I'm a one and I got a punch in a bunch. I made a promise to never stop, not until my casket drops. And you thinking you the man, get your mask ripped off. I'ma navigate the plans of the game online. But that is the difference between us. You might not be able to keep up, cause I gotta eat till I eat, or up I can't take a second. Never wanna waste time living out my days in the world if it ain't mine. Greater than a day for the fame, I'm a K9. Never complain, I'm maintaining in my lane line, swimming straight to the money. Guide my spirit cause things get muddy, so I won't hear it if y'all sound funny. The storm ain't gon' weather me, I'm on the better things than theoretically. I'm just a better me every day, so why don't they bet on me? I'm planting a money tree now and making the younger me proud, so you can.
that money back, I don't need handouts for the free.
Yeah.
You'll see that I'm the one that's handing out the fee.
Let's go, hey, like this, hey. Yo, look, I'm gonna make bang, I know. But for now I just need my smoke, I pray they don't take my soul. So for now I just take things slow, I'm focused on change and growth. I'm a step to the set, and stone is right in my range, my scope. So I shoot my shot, reload, I'm gonna make bang, I know. But for now I just need my smoke, I pray they don't take my soul. So for now I just take things slow, I'm focused on change and growth. I'm a step to the set, and stone is right in my range, my scope. So I shoot my shot, reload, let's go, yeah.
That money back, I don't
Aqua
need
Fresca
handouts for
in the building.
Soon you'll
But you watching this podcast on your phone, in the car, pay attention to the road, man.
see back, I don't need handouts for the free.
Yeah. Hey. Shout out DJ Clockwork, man. R.I.P. Mac Miller. If you haven't heard this shit yet by now, how local even are you? This that shit right here. Hey, yeah. Da-da-da-da. Let's go. Look. Feeling picture perfect and my circle never change up. Finally found my worth and now I work to keep my range up. Roll it, light it, forgetting what the pain was. Cody with the pen is like Picasso with the paintbrush. Yeah, I know that they don't fight fair. They trying me but I don't care. Leave your soul right there. They sleeping on me though. I swear that I'ma be your worst nightmare. Yo, no time for bitches, I'd rather sleep with the fishes. I'm out here minding my business, finessing them till I'm finished. I'm teaching lessons and limits, rest of them get diminished. Impressing them with the flow, I press them then I replenish. I know I come a long way, so what's another long day? I know you looking, you see me pushing a strong pace. I keep it cooking like Gordon Ramsay or Pop Flay. Flow is stronger than Barry Bonds or LeBron James, and I'm never slowing down. Still they try to clown, wanna hate me right now. Yeah, I'm never slowing down. I'll burn it to the ground when I turn this thing around. How it sound when I move past them, and I'ma outlast them. Cause you would get bashed in the light that I bask in. I might have to cash in the hype and the passion, despite all the pain and the price they've been asking. Move past them and I'ma outlast them. Cause you would get bashed in the light that I bask in. I might have to cash in the hype and the passion, despite all the pain and the price they've been asking. Da-da-da-da. That shit's out now. There's a video, there's a whole song, there's a project. Check it out. Go listen to all that shit. Hey, yeah.
I can go pretty boy.
Get in line, my shit's too divine. Never mind what you heard through the vine. Yeah, I take my time, I came to redefine. Approach the climb, I'm supposed to go for mine. So I'm off quick, hot shit, fuck a suit and tie. I stay clocked in, locked in, leaving y'all behind. I'm exhausting options, wait until I find what I thought was lost. But I'ma let it shine, I'm a lost soul, heart broke. Still I'm in my prime, I'm living stock go. Now I'm finally flying. If you look me in my eyes, you probably see indeed I'm fried. I'm floating and I don't need no disguise. I'm focused on the prize. They hate it from the side. They say that this ain't for me, but that's for me to decide. While I'm balancing my pride, my power gets stronger by the hour. I'm taking over, don't be so surprised, cause this is do or die. And I feel so alive. They say when you're a star, you can't wait till they align. And even though I know it's hard, won't admire it from afar. Thankfully my mind is sharp enough to go and cut some ties.
I'm along for the ride.
And watch me work to find the love that I deserve. Let's go. I feel inclined to hate the hurt, but I'm too divine, come along for the ride. And watch me work to find the love that I deserve. Let's go. Hey,
I'm too divine.
You can't throw me like a tantrum. My patience paper thin and I can't stand them. They run up just to leave you dead at random, trying to see my dreams abandoned. All I do is hand them out and nail. And if you know the feeling well, then it's the anthem. Really, I've been on my shit, get up my dick, shooting my shot, but I'ma switch. Me and my dogs never could switch up when we a picture to life like this. So I'ma get lost till they get with us, crossing them off like a to-do list. Your crew really gon' get ripped. I'ma quit you, but I won't quit, cause I'm too equipped and I'm way too quick. You can't say you saw me miss, it's too slick, but I never slip. It's lights out when I flip the switch, I gotta stay the course, cause I've been here before. And no, there just ain't nothing else that matters more. Catch me kicking down the door, I'll step inside. Yeah, I used to be too afraid of the heights, now I gotta get it right. I focused on my drive, I struggled, now I strive, till I finally arrive.
I'm along for the ride.
And watch me work to find the love that I deserve. Hey, I feel inclined to hate the hurt, but I'm too divine, come along for the ride. And watch me work to find the love that I deserve. Let's go. I feel inclined to hate the hurt, but I'm too divine. Hey, I hear the love, I also feel the love. I just can't really see it because it's super bright in this bitch. Hey, this song's called Day Job. I'm trying to quit mine, so watch this. 10 times out of 10, I am the man. I fuck around and leave them where they stand. Give them hell, don't wish them well. You ever sat inside a cell and felt compelled to finally do this for yourself? Well, time will tell if I'm a changed man. Went from misbehaving to someone come and save him, or else that hand was dealt. The struggle hindering my health, I might as well throw inhibitions on the shelf. Now I'm about Benjamin Franklin's. Way back in the day I couldn't face them, and now they need some help. They said don't quit your day job, praying that it pays off. Flow can take your face off, I'ma make them melt. I make sure to list it when they diss it. Keep your distance, I ain't really trying to listen to the shit you try to sell.
What?
I'll walk up to your coffin with a nail.
What?
You hate it but they love it when you fell.
Yeah.
So I just keep it moving though, thinking you could kill me, that's your funeral. But life is so unusual. Sometimes I'm running out of ways to contain my mind. You really don't know the pain, the strain. It takes a whole lot of strength to be fine. So I'ma be a new man in a minute.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I can quit it. I made it so far with the cards I've been given.
I'm healing my
Hey,
scars,
hey,
torn,
hey, let's go, let's go. New man in a minute.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I can quit it. I made it so far with the cards I've been given. I'm healing my scars, look, keep it moving. Distractions won't disrupt the movement. I've been a nuisance, ain't nothing new, I thought you knew this. Keep it moving, distractions won't disrupt the movement. I've been a nuisance, ain't nothing new, I thought you knew this. Yeah, fuck a day job, this shit gonna pay off. Fuck a day job, this shit gonna pay off. Fuck a day job, this shit gonna bounce. We burn another ounce. Can't teach me shit about this life of up and downs. I've been taken as a joke, been taken downtown, so it's taken me a while. But bitch, look at me now, I levitate off the ground. Everything up in smoke, you never see me around. I'm vanishing like a ghost. Don't you know I told them patience and preparation, the name of the game. I'm the one, so we not one in the same. It's so insane, yeah. Keep it moving, distractions won't disrupt the movement. I've been a nuisance, ain't nothing new, I thought you knew this. Keep it moving, distractions won't disrupt the movement. I've been a nuisance, ain't nothing new, I thought you knew this. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you guys for sticking around here at the More Local Podcast, where we had Nate Smith, the L.A.B, Bar, Arcade, Live Performance, Cody Himself. Shout out Salt Lake. More local. What more can you ask for? My brother Doms is the one that's behind the lens. Shout out to Doms. Let's give it up for Doms one time behind the lens.